everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And this is our review for 80 for Brady. 80 for Brady stars Lily Tomlin, Sally Field, Jane Fonda, and Rita Moreno. It tells the story of four best friends going on a wild trip to see their hero, Tom Brady, play in the 2017 Super Bowl. I don't really follow football. Obviously, I know who Tom Brady is. So when I saw the billboards like driving around LA, I was like, what is 80 for Brady about? And why is like four very accomplished actresses in this movie? So then I looked into it. I was like, okay, so it's about football, but not exactly about football. It's really about these four women, their friendship, and how much they love. They're big fans of Tom Brady, and they will do whatever it takes to go and watch Tom play in the Super Bowl in 2017. And then the even more fun thing is that they are all, in the true story, inspired by a true story, is that they are all over 80. So the movie is called 80 for Brady because it's inspired by a story, by a true story. And I really didn't know what to expect going in because, like, again, I don't really follow football. Like, I am aware of, you know, some of the players and the team, obviously the teams and all that stuff, but I'm not someone who sits down and watches Monday Night Football, right? Or even the Super Bowl too much. So I was like, am I gonna like this movie? Am I gonna not get it? And you know what? It's fun.
Yeah, you know, I have to admit,
it's a fun movie.
Well, going into this movie, I had not seen the trailer. I saw like one poster, like maybe a week before we ended up going to go see the movie, and I was like, "What is this?" And even I had like, and Wendy was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go see the movie," and I'm like, "What is this movie even about?" And Wendy's like, "Oh, it's just these ladies who are over 80 years old who are going to go to the Super Bowl to see Tom Brady play," and I'm like, okay. I mean, honestly, it didn't really seem like a movie that I was very interested in because, don't get me wrong, I know there are some huge sports fans out there, but I am definitely not amongst them. Football is probably one of the only sports that I can sit down with my dad and be interested and engaged in. Most other sports, I am a little bit more of a, hey, I'm going to go get some chips. I'll go do the food run during some other sports. But I have to admit, the movie really does not focus. The football, like Wendy said, is kind of just the background of this. It's just the setting. And it really does focus on their relationships, on why they so badly want to go see this Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, why it means so much to them, and how this adventure changes them and their relationships with their significant others and just kind of improves their lives. And yeah, knowing that it's based on a true story does give you a little like, oh, this is so cute.
Yes.
But the thing is, there's definitely some moments when you're watching this movie where you're going, I'm thinking that they're taking some creative liberties with this, but honestly, it does kind of add to the fun, to the wildness, to the, how can you say, the kind of like the not cinematography, but to the dramatic punch that this movie does give. And I have to admit, I was pleasantly surprised.
I was as well. The entire theater was just, it was just a fun time watching it with an audience. Everybody was, you know, having fun, laughing at a lot of the jokes that they were in there. And it was just cute because these four women, the characters that we get to meet, and they have a very solid base friendship. And that's what made it fun to watch. There was no drama. There was no conflict. The conflict was, how do we get to the Super Bowl?
It's
right?
the adventure.
Yeah, it's the adventure part of it. But there wasn't like, I'm going to fight with you, and now I'm going to fight with you. And it's, they all, in the movie, they all cared about each other so much. And they get to go to and experience all of this, like, you know, from four women who watch the game at home and collect Tom Brady memorabilia to, let's just go and try to go to the Super Bowl to see Tom Brady. So that's just really fun in itself. And I think when you have these four actresses who have been acting for so long.
Yeah, they are definitely
Yeah.
seasoned professionals.
You can tell.
When it comes to their careers. And that is what really does drive this movie forward, is the relationship. Now, I do have to admit, if you are of an older generation and you are a sports fan, this movie's going to hit home a lot because you'll get a lot more of the jokes, you'll get a lot more of the relationships, you'll get a lot more of the kind of situation that they're in. Me not being of that age and also not a sports fan, I was still actually able to enjoy it, but I could definitely hear the audience around me laughing at parts where I'm like, what? I don't get it. I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm still able to enjoy the witty banter, the creative adventure that they go on, and, you know, some of the creative twists and turns that they obviously took liberty with just to make this more of a fun movie.
Right. I feel like as you watch this movie, and at the end they did show the group of the friends, who they are, and, you know, in their sweaters all said like over 80 for Brady. So when you see the picture and then you kind of look back at the story that we all just watched, like, you can tell, like, okay, a lot of this was, again, taking creative license for the story, and a lot of it was just so wild and crazy. As you're watching it as an audience, you're just kind of like, this is absolutely insane and definitely unlikely to happen with like all in one day, but it made it fun to watch.
Yeah, and honestly, I have to admit, if these ladies were playing in their 80s, they look really good for their 80s. And I'm sitting here going, now I have to look up exactly how old Sally Fields is.
There's no way any of them are over 80.
And I don't think any of them are actually over 80. But I love this because they show the picture of what the real life ladies look like. And I'm like, okay, that's more of what the look that I was expecting for them to do. But I would also love to actually know the actual story behind it. I don't know. Is there actually? I don't know if there's like an actual book about their adventures, or just to hear. Yeah, maybe there's. It's kind of like one of those little Google stories.
I mean, in the story, these characters, one of them is like, you know, she writes books. And the other one is, I think, a professor, and she's like really good at like mathing and all that stuff. So it may not be like, if that is a part of who, like, inspired by true life events, then like maybe it's possible that one of them decided to write about it.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Or their kids decided to write about it or something. So we'll definitely look into that because it is interesting. It's so cute. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and give you guys our rating for 80 for Brady. If you want to know the movie couple rating, it is listed in the video description below. I had so much fun watching this movie. Again, going in, not knowing what to expect, knowing that I don't really follow football, so I was kind of worried. I was like, oh, is this going to be not for me? But I really enjoyed it, and for this, I'm going to give it a stream it.
And honestly, I'm right there with you. I enjoyed it. I think it's a fun thing to watch, to be able to sit down like in the comfort of your home and actually have like maybe like a small
Superbowl
spread.
Tailgate and while you watch it. It's so themed.
So my rating is also stream it.
You guys, if you've seen 80 for Brady, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.